very dark. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like this lighting is kind of cool. Does it look absolutely shitty on your screens? It's very like there's a art word for it that I cannot remember right now, but I like this lighting. You let me know if the resolution's too bad. Also, does anyone else really hate the question, how are you doing? Because I do. I don't know how to answer that question anymore. And every time somebody asks me, how are you doing? It sends me into a spiral of, well, I guess I'm not doing bad, but I feel nothing. And when I do feel things, it does not feel pleasant. And how do I explain this to you in the time that we have, which is to say, probably not much? And please, can you stop asking me how I'm doing? Because honestly, if you want a real answer, it's gonna take too much time for me to think through it and actually process it myself. And if you don't want an answer, well then please just don't ask. Nobody ever wants a real answer. That's what I feel like. And I was gonna plug a light in, but I don't feel like it. I like this, so we're just gonna wing it. For those of you who tuned in tonight thinking that I'm gonna cook at 11 p.m., you are wrong. Sorry to let you down. All I'm gonna be doing is soaking some beans so that I could cook it tomorrow, so that I can stop eating what remains of my final jar of peanut butter and really cheap cheddar cheese that I really shouldn't have bought, but I bought anyway, and now I just eat too much of it, and then I feel sad for myself. So in an attempt to feed myself slightly more nutritious things, I'm gonna soak some beans, and that's all I'm going to be doing in this live, besides talking to you all, of course, because I have missed you. Yesterday I didn't come on because I was really exhausted. And today I almost didn't want to come on either, but I felt like I was starting to slip into one of my depressive funks where I just don't want to see anyone, talk to anyone, because seeing someone and talking to someone else makes a mirror out of that interaction in which I have to reflect upon myself, and I just have reached that stage where I don't even want to look at myself anymore or think about myself anymore, because every time I think about myself it's guilt-ridden and shame-ridden, and I would like to avoid that as much as possible, but I also recognize that that is unhealthy behavior as well. So ironically we're here, and I'm putting myself on a cell phone screen for all to see, but hopefully those who want to be here are here for each other. Let's look at some comments. Sanika, let's soak beans together. And it's just like, yeah, SG, I totally agree. It feels safer to not interact with people, and art sounds amazing now, Ko. And like, I'm not here to have a pity party. I'm kind of just here to say my thoughts out loud, and I appreciate everyone who feels for me, but also I feel like I feel the most sorry for myself. So I don't really, I'm not in that state where I need people to like be positive. I kind of just want to say things out loud, and sometimes having an interaction in the chat box really helps me process thoughts. So thanks to you all who are here asking questions and making me think. Because right now I feel like I can't process thoughts on my own. I'm gonna put my wet towel away. 11 p.m. gang indeed. Yeah, group support, group thinking, it really does help, and I think it kind of eliminates the shame of having to simmer on it in person. And I feel like I'm pretty confident in that I'm not feeling alone in not knowing how to feel anymore. And sometimes I wonder myself, like, is this even depression, or is this just me being a melancholic person who tends to be a little bit more pessimistic? And obviously with outside events being as shitty as they are, is it any wonder that I would feel depressed? So am I just currently depressed, or am I suffering from depression? I sometimes don't even know where to draw that line. And of course I can get diagnosed, but what are medical diagnoses? When it comes to mental illness, sometimes I don't even know. The DSM is constantly shifting, definitions are constantly shifting, different doctors will think different things, and it's just like, what is the truth? It's just, yeah. Jess, I'm so fucking sorry to hear that. There's just shootings everywhere. And we've become numb to them happening. It's like the same way that we became numb to having Trump as president. Like, it just became normal, and we accepted it, and we felt bad about it all the time, but we were like, every time we got a news alert, I feel like I'm just like, oh, of course 4 people just died in a shooting. Linda, you really want those lights? I'll try them for you, but I kind of don't want lights right now. I'm kind of in this atmosphere, but I'll try them for you, okay? I'm open to it. Do we like this? Bye, Del. Yeah, totally, feel free. It's probably gonna be a heavier night, and so anyone who wants to tap out, peace and love to you all. Please take care of yourself. Please get enough sleep. Do as I say, not as I do. And I'll catch you on another day. I did not read the article in the New York Times today about languishing. Emily, sleeping all day. I mean, like, I signed off at work around 6:30, and I just laid in bed watching YouTube videos until 8:30, and I was like, I should probably peel myself off and try to lift some of my dumbbells around while watching Fred lick his butthole, which is exactly what I did, and I wasn't very successful at actually exercising, but I'm glad that I made the attempt to. But you know, sometimes you make the attempt to, and that's just a trap that you set up for yourself because you have an idea of what you should be doing and you don't reach that goal and you kind of feel shitty about it. But I'm trying to convince myself, as my own best friend and my own worst enemy, that what I can do right now will have to be enough.
Hello, everyone. I think the word you were looking for the lighting is chiaroscuro.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. Inadvertent art major. Gigi, please take care. Condolences to the deceased and the ones left behind.
Should we
Bye, Aaron.
should we traumatize Fred on camera, or should we save that for after stream?
I mean, if you can get him here, we still have to give Fred his pumps, his little Flovent pumps, his very expensive pumps. I've been dealing with a lot of guilt.
He walked in here himself.
I've been dealing with a lot of guilt, just like constant guilt. I think a lot of my actions are motivated by guilt and shame, but especially this year, not going outside, not feeling like I've been active enough, not feeling like I've been taking care of my body. seeing how that reflects in my face and being a very front-facing person who's in videos all day long and having to visually track my ups and downs of my mental health in my physical appearance, I think has hit me harder than I even realize now. But I'm starting to realize just how much that has impacted me. Damn, Gigi, that is fucking rough.
I'm ready.
Man. Alright guys, we're gonna try to traumatize Fred on camera with the Flovent pump. I hope you're ready to
This
see.
is the Arrow Cat for anybody who doesn't.
$60
whose
to
cat
$70,
doesn't have asthma.
and then this is $300.
Literally
This little pump.
$300 for this right here.
America, United States
Okay.
is great again.
Hey, buddy.
Does he know?
Yes, which is why I'm grabbing him now. I pull him in close and hold and hug him nice and tight. Yes. And I scratch his head. And I try to hold his legs in because he likes to.
One. Okay. A few more, Fred. Okay. All right, buddy.
Oh, wait. Stop. Let me get a better grip. Let me hold him
Just
tight.
breathe, buddy. Just breathe. 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Take a break. All right. Back. 5, 6, 7. Very
Is
good.
that it?
Let's do one more round.
One pump, one more breathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 1, 2.
All right, that's good.
All right. Now we're gonna filter your mouth with
He
water.
rinses his mouth out, which he really hates. He extra hates this.
Ow.
Okay. All right, Fred.
All right. We just trimmed his nails yesterday, so he scratched me, but he didn't scratch me. Thank God.
We'll give him a treat and then I'll let him go.
Okay.
I'll pull out the Stella and Chewies. Somewhere. Yes.
$20 freeze-dried turkey shit, man. My goodness. Do you want? Do you want or no? Here. He
was
didn't
like,
even eat
He was
it.
like, I kind of want it, but I also kind of run away because I'm scared. I'll get the floor. So that's how you traumatize a cat.
We're supposed to be doing it twice daily, but we just decrease it to once daily, and we try to get him to take as many breaths as possible. Ideally 10 breaths, at least 7.
He hasn't had an asthma attack, so I think he's doing fine since we started the medication.
Yeah, seriously, I want to eat some $20 freeze-dried turkey too. Shit smells delicious, and it just flakes apart. I bet it turned into real good mush in my mouth too. How much longer does he have to do Flovent? I mean, we have this.
We're not wasting any of it, that's for sure.
There are about 110 pumps left in it, so if we do once a day, that's 3 months supply, but we're actually supposed to be doing it twice a day. But his conditions have actually gotten a lot better, even with just the 1 dose a day, so we're also pumping him with like prednisone in the morning, and we have an emergency inhaler for him, like to rescue him if he goes through one of his attacks, so it's a lot. Poor boy's been just chock full of medicine left and right. And I took a break yesterday mainly because we were just kind of so exhausted from trying to bathe him again. And every time we bathe him, we always get into arguments because the whole situation is just always so stressful. It's literally like taking care of a child, to be honest with you guys. What's Aaron's moon and rising?
No. I only tell that to people who spell my name right. Sorry, Virginia.
Okay. We actually don't know either.
I don't even know what moon and rising means. What is that? Is that like this? Is that like the astrological sign?
Yeah.
But not. It's not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, expectations change, plans change, life change, give yourself a break. I'm trying really hard. I know I preach one whole set of great ideals and I have a hard time following it.
I don't know why you guys take any life advice from June when she constantly gets on stream every day and says stuff like, I'm miserable, I hate my life, I'm struggling. Like, why would you listen to somebody who has
I guess
all
you
those
can
problems?
relate to it, no? Because we're all in the same boat, kind of. And yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it, and also it's true. It's really sad, but it's true that a lot of people can't afford therapy, and I think just even having a space to talk about it together is kind of therapeutic. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, please don't mistake me for one. I'm just as broken as you are, and it's kind of nice to be broken together, as fucked up as that sounds. I don't do gratitude journaling, but sometimes I will take a few breaths and I will close my eyes, or I like to lie down on the floor, look out my window, and watch the clouds pass. If you've never done that before, I highly recommend. You can do it on the grass outside if you're lucky enough to live near a park or somewhere quiet and peaceful. Maybe Kath's farm would be awesome, but I just like to lie flat on my back, and I like to look at the sky, and I like to watch the clouds pass, and it's very therapeutic for me because it's just one moment after another and the clouds are moving, and that's basically life. We're the only ones who are hanging on to our gripes and traumas and pains and shame, but the clouds just roll on by. And so in a lot of ways, that's a visual reminder for me to just roll on by.
Can I make some oatmeal? So
Yeah.
people get some cooking?
Sure.
A very, very boring recipe, which is literally just oatmeal.
Make some oatmeal. Do you want to go on the stove?
Sure. This is not because I want to cook on June's stream, it's because I was literally going to make oatmeal now anyways.
Aaron makes oatmeal.
I'm gonna make oatmeal.
I'm gonna soak some beans.
June's gonna soak some beans. Exciting content here in June's kitchen. Except there's already a channel called June's Kitchen.
Yeah, like-
Never mind.
To Joyland's point, it's fucking ridiculous how expensive therapy is. How is anyone expected to pay for it if they don't make 6 digits comfortably? Especially if you have a family to feed.
This is a trick I learned from June, which is to toast the oats first, dry in a pan.
I'm just gonna soak the 2 beans together because I don't care anymore.
Oh, Fred's back. You see?
Hi, Fred.
He's fine. He's fine, everybody. To Yoshi's point, so many therapists don't take certain insurances, and it's just like, it's an entire job to find a therapist who is a match for you personally, who has experiences in the issue that you need help with, and who takes your insurance. It's so hard. Hey, Fred, no trash today. It's almost like there might be a correlation between a country that makes therapy stigmatized, inaccessible, and very expensive, and the proliferation of mass shootings. One could almost draw a correlation there in the lack of access to mental health care in this country.
And yes, to Trink's point, especially when you're already struggling with mental health and you really need the help, finding a therapist just makes it impossible. Like, you already need help, and yet the system is so hard to navigate. There's no energy to actually get yourself anywhere
There's our boy.
with a system this difficult to navigate. I finally had a therapist that I actually really liked, and then my company decided to change mental health providers. So now I have to start all over again.
Fredo. Adding some
Fred.
flax seeds
Can
to
we
make
see
it
Fred?
bonus healthy.
We would like to see Fred. Fred. We need all kinds of health insurance reform in this country, man. Just all the reforms. Just reform everything. My God. Yeah, we probably do need to move to Canada. Actually, for me, my therapist charges, I think, over, like, the sticker price is somewhere like 200 something per session, but if you have insurance, usually they deduct half of that amount, and then you're left with, depending on your insurance, copay or your full deductible. For me, I would probably have to pay about 120 per session if yeah, because I'm on a high deductible plan. I have like $6,000 of deductible before I can get anything. So
I would normally use milk, but we don't have any, so
oh, do you want to finish out this cream?
cream.
Just there's a tablespoon of cream.
Sure, yeah. With a tablespoon of cream.
Can I rinse it out?
Yeah. Oh, creaminess. Very nice.
Cries in Mexican.
What?
To the healthcare price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny, going to therapy weekly would be awesome, but at this rate, I can probably only afford one session per month. Cause like, I guess I could pour $400+ a month into therapy, but like, I don't want to. It's just a shit ton of money, and now I have a sick cat to take care of, and his medicine costs money.
He's fine. Thank you.
Oh.
What do you think of online therapy, Jean?
Online therapy, I've never really tried it. Fred's chairs are not multiplying, there's just 2 chairs. We put out 2 chairs so that we could dry off the towels that we washed after his bath.
During COVID, most insurance companies are offering teletherapy at no cost, so call your insurance provider and ask.
I just don't know, like teletherapy, is that gonna change the person that I talk to every time?
I don't know.
There's no...
I'm just reading comments, man.
But like Cece, you know, it would be nice to have a place like that where we can take care of each other, but also none of us are licensed therapists. It would be nice to have some support versus no support, but also it's not really our job to help people mentally, especially if they're like severely in need of mental health help. And it's just, we've turned into a country where we have to make a GoFundMe to fund people's cancer treatments, to fund people's surgeries. That's really pathetic for a country to have its people turn to strangers to be begging for money to stay alive. Like, that's really fucking sad.
Sad. I got new glasses. You guys like it? They have it's clear frame with a tortoise barrel. They called it at Warby Parker.
Aaron with the come hither eyes. Wow. They love your glasses, Aaron.
Good. I did it for them. I was like, which glasses will June's fans love the most? That's how I picked them out. June simps.
You have like a real contemporary porno stash with a slightly porno glasses.
I'm going max porno. That's my aesthetic is maximum porno.
And yeah, Jenny, that's kind of what I thought too. It's just like, I mean, I enjoy these lives, talking to strangers and just being open about everything.
Nigella's new book has a recipe for banana skin curry.
Ooh, banana skin curry. So the only reason why I asked for banana skin ideas is I bought these organic bananas for a delish recipe, and because they're organic, I guess they have maybe slightly less pesticide on their skins. So I'm thinking of waiting for them to get really ripe, because the riper the bananas are, the sweeter and less disgusting and resiny and astringent the skins get. And then I'm gonna try to cook with them for the first time, because I feel like banana skins had a hot viral moment a year back or so. Banana skin cake, yum, okay.
Hello, Malaysia, Farah.
Yeah, Ashley, definitely. I mean, this is kind of our group, and if you guys obviously want to set up something amongst yourselves, go for it. I, just to be completely transparent, probably have no mental reserve, no energy to join a group like that, but I love these sessions for what they are here, and I'm glad y'all can come. Banana skin ketchup? What?
I think I've heard of that. It's used in hot sauces also in Southeast Asia.
Banana skin bacon sounds disgusting, honestly. Like, just even the idea of it sounds disgusting. Making bacon out of something that has literally 0 fat content in it, like microscopic fat, not counting, sounds wrong. Like, carrot bacon sounds wrong to me. Mushroom bacon has potential, because mushroom is kind of like a sponge, and you could just kind of inject it with a marinade, and then it has that kind of like slightly meaty give to it. But all these vegetable bacons.
I never put the TJs away. You want some blue cheese now?
No.
Okay. You want to show off your favorite thing ever?
Yes, Aaron got me more cheese crunchies. What a man. What a friend. What a beloved person.
Oh, you put the blue cheese in the fridge.
I did.
Thank you. This was my small TJ's haul of the day. Is some blue cheese, June's cheese crunchies, Meyer lemon cookie thins, and I can't read it because the thing's mirrored. Chianti red wine artisan salami. It's artisanal, boys. Everybody likes some good artisanal salami.
Your spoon's gonna get really hot.
Yes. Should I put? What do you guys think? In this sweet oatmeal, should I add some crumbled Meyer lemon cookie thins or red wine salami? Vote in chat.
That's disgusting, guys. He's trolling you, in case you can't tell.
I'm adding the cookie thins though, for sure.
Ibishi says, I wanted to try those Meyer things. Please let us know if they're worth buying. We'll let you know.
We'll have the tiniest Trader Joe's taste test right now.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Aaron's really going out for you guys.
Well, I was gonna put these in my oatmeal anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't joking about
No,
that?
why? Well, that's not gross. Obviously, the salami was a troll, but this isn't.
Okay.
Crumbled cookie thins and oatmeal. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Here you go. Taste it for the people. Rate it.
I just want a half. I don't
Okay.
really feel like. Can I put it in here? Can I put it in there?
Mm-hmm.
They smell really nice. They don't smell like dish detergent lemon at all.
That's good.
They smell. Stop. Our alarm went off to give Fred the medicine. They smell very sweet, very nice, a little bit like lemon skin zested into a little bit of butter and sugar.
I like them a lot.
I would say they taste maybe like 13 to 16% artificial, but the rest of it is actually really decent. Give it a try if you like lemon and buttery sweet things. Very crunchy, but not like cut the roof of your mouth crunchy, just like crunchy enough that once you bite into it, it starts to disintegrate once it hits your saliva.
If stuff is going to be crunchy, I need it to be thin. I hate those cookies. I think they're called Tates that are like big and not really thick. They're not thick cookies.
Those will cut your
But they're
brain.
so dry. They're
Yeah.
so extremely dry. I like can't eat a whole one. It just is way
No, Fred, get out of the trash.
way too crunchy.
I'm sorry, buddy. I can't have you sniffing the trash day in and day out. Hi, Michelle Diane Miller. Tate's is anti-union. You are correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shit. We can't have any nice things, can we?
Well, you don't
But
like
actually,
Tate's.
I don't like Tate's. Yeah, fuck them. Double fuck them. Anti-union and their cookies.
And I think
suck.
they also employed a lot of undocumented immigrants, and then they were like, basically just underpaying them. It's just really shitty labor practices. all
The
around.
problem there is underpaying them, not hiring undocumented people.
Oh, he likes the plastic bag.
Yes.
Plastic bag zoomies.
Can
Oh
I-
my god, what are you destroying out there?
Can I recycle this?
Eesh. Eesh McGeesh. What is ranch style beans? I would love to know. I like
Ranchy beans.
I like beans. I played the lottery this weekend and I bought like 2 bags of discounted apples where they just have like a lot of dings and bruises. And I was really hoping that they're huge and crunchy, but a lot of them are just kind of sadly mealy, but whatever, I'll eat one. It's time.
Sadly mealy.
Sadly mealy, but I'll still eat them. Sometimes you win these this was actually $1.50 each. Sometimes you win this discount bag lottery and sometimes you don't, and I didn't. You can definitely roast and make applesauce and make desserts, but low maintenance tonight, guys.
Brown sugar for my oatmeal because it is the absolute best sugar oatmeal combination.
Sauteed apples are delicious, especially if you have a little bit of butter and sugar in there. Oh my god. Let them get nice and roasty. Roasty ma toasty. This one actually feels quite juicy. Aaron, do you want a slice?
Yes, you can put it on top of my.
Did you almost just step on Fred?
I do that 20 times a day.
Alright.
Ranch style beans from Target online. How far would you go for ranch style beans, June?
I don't know what they are.
They're probably ranch flavored beans. Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not a total loss.
Not the it's not the crunchiest, but it's sweet and good flavor.
Fred doesn't have a bell.
Why would he have a bell? Is that a thing?
Yeah, to alert you that he's behind you so you don't kill him.
Yeah, he'll just have to learn through getting stuff down to not be behind us.
Jesse, I'm so jealous that you have Henry. Judy, did you like the potato peels? Sometimes they can be a little bit astringent if your potatoes are a little bit older. I've learned that if they're too astringent, they might have low-grade toxins in them, so just...
Why did YouTube censor? It's basically pintos cooked in a chili gravy.
I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know. Censorship is getting real, guys. Like, Aaron just posted a meme that basically was a doctored photo of Obama kissing someone.
Putin, I think.
Obama kissing Putin, and it was obviously a doctored photo. And Instagram put like this disclaimer screen over the post
Yeah.
that said that this is like
They're trying
false
to be
information.
the arbiters of truth. Truth. Nice.
Censorship state. Just, we're sliding, guys. Like, yes, it's good to filter out fake news, but also when social media platforms that have something to gain from becoming the judges of what's fake news and what's real news
Right.
start doing more and more of this, you just gotta understand that it's another filter of someone else's opinion.
Like Facebook is a subject of a major antitrust lawsuit from the Department of Justice now, trying to basically break it up. And they could just start putting warning fake news labels over all content related to that, or just leave it out entirely.
David, Isabella, Sarah, you can definitely put in sugar if you're not trying to limit your sugar intake, but if your apples are really sweet, you sometimes don't need the sugar. But yeah, a little sugar, a little butter makes it even better. If you don't put the sugar or the butter in and it's just peanut butter, dry oats, and apples, it'll taste like really healthy horse feed, which I like because I'm a horse, but you might not like.
Excellent. I'm deleting your Facebook, Amy. I support that. I wish I could. I don't have a Facebook, but I am addicted to Insta, which is just another version of Facebook. I wish I could get myself off that forever.
Would you mind if I answered Rosie's question on monogamy?
You can answer whatever you like to.
I don't believe in monogamy as a child of parents who are bitterly divorced. I don't have faith in monogamy. Navigating romantic relationships is also quite a landmine for me because I identify as asexual, and it's really, really hard to find other people who are asexual. And it's just something that I'm still continually navigating. Fred, trash time.
Alright, who's tried it? You tried it again.
Here, babe. Let me just move it out to you so you can at least just sniff at it while the people look at you do it.
No, he's gonna think it's okay if we move it towards him.
Jen, if you could get your hands on Arkansas Black, I'm in love with it. It changes flavors. It's like really, really tart at the beginning, and then if you store it, it turns sweet.
This might be a stupid question. You said it was hard. It's hard for you to meet asexuals.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like what the internet is for? Like, surely there's an NYC asexuals group. Maybe, maybe on Facebook, maybe somewhere else. Couldn't you just do that? I'm sure that exists.
I could, but I also don't want to spend the energy of looking for other people. Like, even the concept of dating as someone who identifies on the asexual spectrum, I would say I'm more closely like a gray A or a demisexual. But, just the idea of dating is strange. I love meeting new people. I've used Tinder. I've used Bumble. I still keep in touch with people that I've matched with, actually. And,
Met some good folks.
yeah.
Yeah, Jenny. Facebook is obviously the more evil company and has way more evil business practices. But Twitter is just the hive of everything wrong with humanity all in one place. Twitter is just a horrible cesspool. I understand there's fun parts and fun accounts and there's good memes and shit in certain parts there, but the rest of it is a wasteland.
Dating is hard, period. And also, it's not about... Sometimes you meet people that you like, and they're not asexual. Not all asexual that you meet might be someone that you like. And that's the problem, right? When you meet somebody that you like, but they're not sexually compatible with you. Life is hard.
Yes, Facebook has owned Insta for a long time. Have you been on a Book of Faces politics post? I don't know.
Facebook politics post.
I'm not on Facebook, so no.
Yikes. That sounds really hard. Michelle Diane.
Oh man. This apple is actually really good. I am mentally writing this in my gratitude journal that this discount apple is actually really nice. Do you want another piece?
No thanks. You should cheer up because Vandana is here.
Woo-hoo!
Vandana is finally on the live chat, so cheer up. Let's see your cheer face, June.
Huh?
Let's see your cheer face. Very good.
Yeah, we opened up our relationship maybe like 5 years ago. I still deal with jealousy. Trying to maintain open communication and all of that. Our relationship is constantly changing and shifting. And at a certain point, when romantic love starts sliding into companionship and more familial love, I don't know where the boundary of like this is a romantic relationship versus this is a friendship anymore. I would say Aaron and I have more of a friendship now than a romantic relationship, and that's why I choose to use the word partner when I refer to him in Delish videos. Viewers will say he's my boyfriend or he's my husband. But, you know, like, we are domestic partners because health insurance benefits really come through on that legal front, but we're not married. We don't seek to be married. I don't even know if we're going to be, like, forever something. You know, I just feel like it's always changing, and I struggle with that sometimes. I struggle with the lack of definition, but then again, all of life really is just a illusion of definitions. So
You usually don't even know what your title at your job means.
correct. I don't know what my title means at my job. I'm quote unquote senior food producer, but it's not like I'm a video producer. It literally means I am a producer of food. I produce food. I am a cook. It's a glorified title for a cook.
It's almost like labels in life are generally set up by society as shorthand convenience for other people in society and don't reflect the actual real way that those labels exist in practice.
Jealousy will be forever a human trait. I don't think you can get rid of it unless you really work out for yourself what it means to possess and be possessed. Because I still struggle with having been brought up in a capitalistic framework that the best thing to do is to own things, including people. And I think that's the problem with the concept of monogamy is like, you're supposed to have this one partner for life, and they're yours. You own them in a way, and it's just, you don't. And it's a false illusion that you own anybody else. I don't even own myself. I don't even know who I am some days, like today. Do I hate myself? Do I love myself? Am I just okay with myself? I don't even know how I feel about myself most days anymore, you know? And I think it's that confusion that leads me to engage in behaviors like emotional eating, which then triggers a cascade of all these other mental issues that have constantly been plaguing me. It's like, I don't know the answers. I want to know the answers. I feel extremely insecure in not knowing the answers. And then I fall back on these defense mechanisms, these coping mechanisms, and I make myself sad because at the end of the day, I still don't have these answers. Fred, they're saying you're Captain Cuteness. What is PMDD? Oh man, zoomies! Julie, I don't know why everything needs answers. I don't know if it'll change anything except our minds. It gives us a sense of security to have answers, but like, we've hung on to this idea of answers is security for too long as a lifeline, and it's all empty really, because answers are constantly shifting and answers are different for everyone and answers are different from different perspectives. I mean, that's the most terrifying part of life, right? Is that there is no one truth. So all of us feel so unmoored, and then we become really fervent and passionate about causes and definitions and point of views, and then we fight each other, and then we go into war and we attack each other because we want to feel more secure in answers, in our version of the truth. But what are they? Jenny, that sounds like a really hard place to be in. Oh my God. All these little prisons we set up for ourselves, man. It's really fucking hard to dig ourselves out of it. Mental, physical, structural, they're all little prisons. Charlin said, I really think happy people are great liars, especially to themselves. Oh man. Yo, weddings are a fucking waste of money. Such a fucking waste of money. It's okay, Roik. You'll see me eat apples all the time. Julie, I think you're right. I think I have answered a lot of my own questions, but the problem is I don't successfully convince myself of these answers, and I don't successfully convince myself of fully believing in them because we live in a society. And society tells us that we need to prize things like our wealth and our appearance and what other people think of us and all these little titles that we've been taught to judge ourselves on, to value ourselves on. It's like currency, right? It's like money. Everybody uses currency even though it's a fake, empty thing, but the world still runs on it. Like, race is a fictional thing, but we've made it real. So now there's consequences for racism. Just because we don't think race is a real thing doesn't mean that race doesn't have real consequences now. It does. People are treated differently because of their race. Because of an illusion that we've made solid. Chinese people don't believe in divorce, but man, I can bet you a lot of them are fucking miserable. So what is Dog Clubhouse? What is this? What is this? Yeah, I'm down for family reunions, but it's crazy when people just spend like 20 grand on a wedding. That's a lot of money, y'all. Just put it towards, I don't know, your new life together in a more permanent way than one day of gathering. But, you know, you do you. If you have the money, hey, you have the money. I don't have the money and I don't have the desire. Good night, Mamui Lim. Sorry for butchering your name. happiness is overrated because happiness cannot be sustained. And I think we've been fed this narrative that happiness can be a sustained state, that you can acquire happiness and you can hold on to it and keep it forever if you do things right. And no, you can't. You constantly have to earn it. And in the process of earning and acquiring happiness, you might have to do things that make you really unhappy. Hannah, sounds like a lot, but congratulations. I love to hear that you're happy. It is. The way people who say money can't buy happiness are rich people. I mean, yeah, they obviously already have everything that money can buy, and they still can't acquire happiness because happiness is ephemeral and fleeting. So yes, of course money can't buy happiness if you already have everything that you need to survive, but hell, if you're struggling to survive, if you can't pay for your medical needs, if you can't pay for therapy, money sure can buy a little bit more of happiness, can it? Yeah, not having money is miserable because that's the way that our society functions now. And this is why we need a wealth cap. Because once you have more money than you need to physically survive and you have that abundance, I think you begin to lose touch with the people who don't have that abundance and you don't understand the struggles anymore, and it turns you into a different creature of sorts. And obviously hoarding wealth is how our society functions, unfortunately, but I don't know what we can do about that. I read a study that money cannot buy happiness beyond $75K a year. Maybe. I mean, also depending on where you live, right? I mean, Theodore, the thing is, Jeff doesn't need $100 billion.
200.
He has $200 billion?
Yes.
Holy fucking shit. How many zeros is that?
Too many.
11 zeros. 2 followed by 11 zeros. I don't even know what I would do with 200 billion cereals. Bye, Cece. Yeah, I think you just hoard wealth. I think it just becomes addictive, right? It's a game that you play because it's a narrative that you have that the more money you have, the more power you have, and the more power you have, the more invincible you are. I really do feel like wealth is a way for us to feel like we're never gonna die. In the same way that a lot of artists and creators make art to feel like a part of them will be immortal forever, I feel like people who are in tech like this and gain wealth feel like they can create legacies that will continue beyond their inevitable death, which I'm sure they're gonna think they're gonna spend all their money avoiding for a very long time. Hi, Fred. Have you come to look for the trash? This is the trash, and I'm going to tie it up so you can't access it, okay? You can come smell it if you want, but I tied it. I need somebody to do that for me. Tie up the trash bag of PB so that I don't have to fucking binge on it every day when I feel miserable, which is almost all the days, but...
June was so desperate for peanut butter today, she ate the chili fire one.
I did. I finished 2/3 of the jar of the chili fix and fog, It actually started tasting good to me. Like I said, I will eat literally any peanut butter. I am not picky, especially when I'm depressed. So,
I was shocked when she asked me permission to eat it.
I love peanut butter cookies, of course. I mean, but that's how it works, clown behavior. They get more money, they get more power. Therefore, they earn the monies because they get the power. They can be invincible. They can be above the law. They can be special. They can be superhuman. Peanut powder, I used to enjoy, but no, Julie, it doesn't. Nothing ever feels good after a binge. Peanut powder really fed into my disordered eating a lot because I was like, oh, this is low fat, I can eat more of it. It really doesn't taste that good, honestly.
Is Justin's the only peanut powder brand? I've never seen any others.
Justin's is not. It's a PB2 is the peanut butter.
PB2, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Favorite spring roll ingredients? Spring roll, not summer roll. Spring roll is the tiny little fried ones. I kind of just like carrots, cabbage, maybe a little bit of porkiness in
Shows
there.
you how much Drew knows about American Chinese food.
Mushrooms.
She wasn't sure what a spring roll was.
There's like spring rolls, summer rolls, egg rolls. There's too many rolls, guys.
Where's winter rolls?
I don't know. Clown behavior. I don't recreate any of my budget eat dishes. Those are just also dependent on the ingredients that I have at hand. When I really do cook for myself at home, when I have no other food left to eat from all of my test kitchen experiments and retests and shoots, I literally eat what you see me cook here. Just like mushy lentils and oatmeal and apples, and that's it. I don't cook elaborate things for myself for the most part because I do it so much for work already.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching me rub lotion on my ashy elbows.
I don't really like any other seed or nut butters as much. I'll eat almond butter. I can't really get into cashew butter. Trader Joe's used to make this like chia seed peanut butter with a lot of different kinds of seeds in it. That was really good.
Winter rolls around my waist, LMAO. That was good, Lisa. I actually like that.
That's funny. Summer is the fresh one, and I love that one, Linda. I'll eat whatever you roll in that rice wrapper as long as it comes with like a nice little dippy dip. I love it. I love it. Celery greens are so underrated. They're like herbaceous, to steal a word from Mark Wiens. Sunflower butter, I feel like I've only had it in college and really did not like it. It's been a while. What life advice do you have for us, Aaron?
I'm not going to give any because I feel like all the life advice that anybody ever hears, they like listen to, think for a second, like, oh, that sounds good. I'll start doing that. And then they like forget it a minute later and never do it. So it's kind of pointless.
Life advice isn't really useful, guys. It's just what works for you in the moment. It's a conversation you have to have with yourself. I could read all the self-help books that I want and I'll still be struggling with myself anyway. So
Even after Alan Watts books?
yeah, even
Wow.
after that. It brings me some sort of a peace, but I am not at peace with myself. Oh,
What the fuck is he
my
doing?
Goodness gracious. Julie asks, what is important to you, Aaron? I would like to know that too, Aaron. What is important to you?
Finding out what Fred's doing right now. Oh, wait, what's he did in here? Did he poo or pee?
Did he knock everything over? Because it sounded like it.
He kicked a bunch of litter out.
Okay.
I think he just peed probably.
Lorraine, you don't have to make me happy. My baseline isn't happy. My baseline is just fine. And I'm okay with feeling like down and shitty, honestly. I've been with myself long enough that I'm comfortable being this way, and it's really, 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 really nice just to chat with everyone here. So no need to like try to brighten me up. It's so artificial, honestly, sometimes. I think what really helps me is to just talk and normalize it. and not feel so much shame around it. The way to solve shame is not to make oneself artificially happy. The way to solve shame is to figure out why it triggers guilt and shame in you, and to see if you can reason with yourself out of that socialized aspect of, well, I feel like shame is really productive for the system to make you feel bad and then to make you try to correct yourself rather than actually addressing the problem that's causing you to feel this dissonance within yourself. I ate a little too much today. That caused me shame. But is eating too much actually an evil thing? No.
Where are you? Oh.
The only thing that makes me feel shame is that society has taught me I should have complete control over my food intake. I should be looking a certain way. I should not gain weight uncontrollably, and I should have been more put together. That is the shame that society has taught me to have. And because of that shame, that causes me to eat even more, because it's almost like a self-comforting but also self-punishing behavior of like, oh, you don't have control, so why don't you just eat all of it?
We out of herbal tea. I gotta go back to Harney. No nighttime tea for me. Oh, I don't eat tea because I bought a beer today. Do you guys want to try a beer on stream with me right now?
Oh, try a beer. I want to try a beer. I want to drink some beer.
Do you want to get fucked up?
Latavia, you eat straight up cornstarch? How do you do that? It's so powdery and dry, and I would choke on it. There is so much pressure to look a certain way, and I just feel like I struggle with it, and it's really hard to have to confront both sides of myself where I'm like, June, it's okay. And the other side of myself that's like, June, you look really gross on camera today, and now it's gonna have to live forever on video. I'm trying, but it's hard. Why do you think you still feel shame if you're able to intellectualize all these shame and constructs that make you feel this way? Because I live in a society and I engage with people, and people will judge me, and by default of living with other people who act as mirrors and self-reflections of me, I have already internalized all of the gazes that I'm used to getting.
He's got complete madness in his eyes now. He was scratching the cat post like just. It was complete madness. Introduce the beer to the people.
Okay, this is a beer that Aaron got from Trader Joe's.
No, from the place in the East Village, maybe ABC, I think is what it's called.
Okay, Good Nature Farm Brewery and Tap Room, Bruce, 2020. Wild fermented sour ale aged in white oak foeders on tart cherries for 33 months.
Craft and Carry St. Mark's.
Craft and Carry St. Mark's.
Yeah.
7% alcohol, a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle. All right. I'm ready. How much was it?
4%?
7.
That was $8.
Can I have a little tiny glass for me?
Little tiny glass.
Obviously you read these comments, but do you ever get stuck reading the comments on videos you do for Delish? I will say, Melanie, there's been maybe like 5 comments that I feel like have really struck me to my core, and those comments have only just echoed the worst things that I say to myself. But for the most part, I've already said all the ugliest things to myself anyway, and so I'm kind of desensitized to online strangers' judgments of me. And also being a twice immigrant before the age of 8, I feel like I've learned self-defense mechanisms where I'm just like, you're gonna be mean to me, I accept that, I acknowledge that, it's just gonna be the way it is, and if I don't want to break, then I won't let you affect me. And so I feel like I have built in me that part of like, okay, you're free to think that about me, I don't think that about me.
You can pour your little glass.
Or sometimes I
Your
do.
little bowl.
But for the most part, I'm the meanest person to me.
I'll find this on Untapped. We rate all these beers on Untapped, or by we I mean
Ooh.
stenographer June's
Wow,
ratings.
dark.
Because as you guys know, June is a brilliant describer. So yeah, we use Untapped. If you guys know what that is.
Latavia, I mean, like, that is the same kind of pleasure that I get from peanut butter, honestly.
Let me.
It's totally a texture thing, too. I mean, the flavor of peanut butter is amazing, but just the kind of sticky, almost suffocating nature of peanut butter, that texture. So I can feel you on the cornstarch front. Clown behavior. We've told the story of how Aaron and I met many times.
Oh yeah.
I
that's
guess
one of
you
the
didn't
questions.
watch.
That's one of the questions we get every day. Did anybody ask what we think of Gordon Ramsay yet?
No.
It's my favorite question. Okay.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes. Aroma.
Fred is here.
You guys get to see June's
Fred is here.
brilliant ratings in action with Fred. June plus Fred, the two best people.
All right. It smells. Let me pour myself a little more. It smells a little bit honey-like. My BFF is Aaron. He knows me the best. I don't think I would ever go on Chopped.
Really? You would turn it down.
Slightly medicinal.
Okay.
A little bit like molasses meets waterfall.
It is kind of a medicinal taste, actually. This is very unique.
All right. I would put the age of this at a fine 58 years old.
58.
This is a 50-year-old genderqueer person.
It's 33 months old, but close
But
enough.
if I put this drink as a human being, it is a 50-year-old genderqueer person.
55-year-old genderqueer person.
58.
Sorry. That's what. Look, I just write what she says, folks.
It has a slight whiff, like it has like 16% whiff of baijiu.
Bits by Joe.
All right, I'm ready for the taste.
Okay.
Wow, that's so strange.
This honestly might be one of the most unique beers I've ever had.
I like
It's a
it.
really weird flavor.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
Kombucha meets sweet young apple cider meets fresh apple juice meets what is that last bit?
It's very like, it's a little bitter, it's a little medicinal, it's a little tannic even. It's like jujubes. Is it jujubes? Hawthorn? Something
No.
like that.
Moldy cranberries.
Moldy cranberries.
Moldy cranberries. The beer is Bruce 2020 by Good Nature Brewery.
I've never heard of them, but the description sounded very
It is a
enticing.
wild fermented sour ale aged in white oat foeders on tart cherries for 33 months.
Does anyone know what a foeder is?
I don't know what a folder is.
I've never
FOEDERS.
I've never heard this word before. Foeders. Somebody tell us in chat what that word means. Google it for us. BR Google's. Any more taste notes, or do you have an overall? They expanded the untapped character limit, so I have 63 characters left.
I don't know what to say about that one. Oh, and there's a little bit of yeast that comes in at the end. It's not tofu. We didn't get this at Trader Joe's. Aaron got it from a beer vendor.
The Craft and Go or something like that. I forgot the name already. A place in the East Village.
Aaron, would you ever go on Chopped?
No, I don't have the confidence to
I'm
do
gonna
that.
give this one a 3.75
Okay.
out of 5.
Overall?
Yeah.
No, your overall is your final summation.
Oh,
37 characters.
bold but unobtrusive. Unobtrusive. Is that the word?
A Fodor is just a big barrel, says Angela. Okay.
Okay.
Aged in oak barrels.
Thank
Bold
you.
but unobtrusive.
Thanks for the knowledge, guys.
And 375?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Gabriella, we are drinking beer. We were talking about mental health and relationships and identities and a lot
Not
of messy
necessarily
stuff.
in that order.
And we gave Fred some of his little expensive inhaler medicine.
So this is the, I'll read it all at once. This is June's final review. Aroma, honey, slightly medicinal, molasses meets waterfall. 58-year-old genderqueer person, bit of baijiu. Taste is kombucha meets sweet young apple cider, fresh apple juice, moldy cranberries plus some yeast. Overall bold but unobtrusive, 3.75. So there you go. Now you guys know what to think about Bruce by Good Nature.
Who are the internet famous food personalities you dig the most, June? I don't know about that, actually. Are we talking YouTube? Is that what we're talking about? YouTube? I mean, I really enjoy watching Claire. Not gonna lie, Claire reminds me a lot of my former pastry chef that I worked for years. They're both very, methodical and technical, but also very creative, innovative, and they know their flavors well, and their mannerisms are very similar in a lot of ways, so I do feel like I definitely enjoy watching her work, just to see her technique. But I don't know, guys. I don't know if I am very pulled to any specific.
Oh, it's local. Hamilton, New York.
Hamilton,
Nice.
New York.
I accidentally bought a local beer.
Oh, I mean, Kenji is great. Like, his GoPro videos, absolutely delightful to watch. Just, bird's eye view of everything that he makes. And I love the way that he explains things as he goes, and it's never just, a vomiting gush of knowledge. It's always, applicable knowledge dispersed throughout in chunked, bite-sized pieces. Leaves the tea I cannot get behind. It's just state-funded propaganda. So it just ruins.
June has no proof of that. She thinks it. She strongly believes it. There's no proof that Leads the Tea is state-funded propaganda.
Just think about it.
But it might be.
Just think about it, guys. Just think about it. She's got time lapses in her videos, multiple angles, multiple cameras. She's got 80,000 animals flocking to her. She's a Disney princess. She does everything by hand. She looks beautiful. She's dressed impeccably. It's too good. It's too good, guys.
By the way, if you guys want to know what June's favorite beer she ever tasted is Double Galaxy by Hill Farmstead Brewery. Bet you don't even remember that. But she gave it a 4.25. You're not following the normal distribution here. You give 3.25 way less than you should, statistically.
Okay, well, I'm not normal.
No, you're not. You're very special, June.
Oh, I love the other June on YouTube too. He has cats. Who doesn't love people with cats? What are your thoughts on the UFO? Listen.
You're asking me
I don't
about
even fucking
UFOs?
care about UFOs. Come take us away, or come take over us. Just any change would be nice. Please give us some mental health care.
Unless the aliens are bringing us universal health care, I don't really give a shit. They can do whatever they want.
Jazzy BB, Li Ziqi is a woman in China who films these gorgeous videos of her doing everything from scratch. She lives in a rural part of China. It's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful, and I believe it is all state propaganda. No proof, but I believe it is.
Those are the best beliefs. The
I have-
best kind of beliefs is ones without proof.
I have no trust in the Communist Party that rules mainland China right now. They are destroying Hong Kong, and it is fucking sad to see that happen, especially after being born in the year of 1989 when June 4th, the Tiananmen Square massacre happened, where they just literally gunned down students who were protesting.
Well, good luck getting a job in China now, June. This is up forever now. This is up forever.
Okay.
This has already gone on your Chinese permanent record, what you just said. Actually, they cancel people outside of China now, too. You remember that story about Mr.
Oh, they
I don't know how to say his name. But
They will come after you if they think you're important enough. I doubt I'm important enough yet. But if they ever come after me and I just suddenly disappear, you probably know there's only 3 suspects. The aliens,
yeah, the aliens are one.
Chinese government,
And Sasquatch.
or
And Fred. Sometimes Fred has those looks where he might murder us one day.
yeah. I mean, just all the stuff that the Chinese government is doing right now. All the stuff that they're doing to the Uyghur people that we don't know about because it's so closeted. All of their evils are closeted. They won't let any news get out. And of course, nobody pays attention because the media won't report on it beyond a certain point, and we just all stop thinking about it because it's not on our news feeds. But that doesn't mean that there's... Again, I would urge you to watch Can't Get You Out of My Head until the very last episode, the very last scene. It will break you. Every single fucking episode, because I cannot forget the last scene of the last episode of Can't Get You Out of My Head. It broke me.
Who's a Wong Mei Mei?
I don't know. I don't know. Time to Say Goodbye? I've never heard of that. Interesting.
June doesn't really follow the news that often.
Wow, Jazzy BB, that sucks. I feel for you so bad. That's awful.
June usually hears about actual breaking news stories when I tell her, so she's not glued to CNN, if that's what you think.
Rosie, I don't even read the news. It's just so prevalent now. You go on social media, you cannot avoid it. We work at a job, people talk about shit, you can't avoid it. There's just so much stuff is being reported everywhere with the breakneck speed of light through the internet that we can't afford this constant barrage of bad news. Just bad news everywhere, and it just feels bad all the time. Ooh. Yeah, Theodore, time to go click on that show, baby. Side note, Aaron's IG is amazing.
I'm glad someone likes it. It's usually the pattern when people follow me is usually and it's all June's fans, it's all you guys. 10 people will follow me a day, and then 8 will unsubscribe. Within the day when they see the shit I'm posting. But you know what? I'm up 2. So.
I mean, Jazzy BB, I agree, right? It's not like the US is better than China. You can compare them on different points of better. For sure, there is more freedom of speech and press here in America, in our good old US of A. But America does a lot of really funky shit abroad that we don't hear about either, So, you're right. It is just all bad. It's just all bad. I say death to borders. I say death to countries. And I say that it's time to just face the chaos of the world and let everybody run free to wherever the fuck they want and just have at it, guys. We've already killed the polar bears. How much more can we do, really? I think Gene, I think I disagree with some of the stuff that Aaron posts sometimes.
I disagree with a lot of it too. I just posted because I find it funny and interesting.
He posts a lot of random shit, guys.
I often post contradictory things in the same day. It's it's not about posting. It's not about like shit that you have to 100% agree with. It's all just like interesting ideas, stuff to think about. If you are only consuming content or reading things or learning things that you already 100% agree with, then you're obviously never going to learn a goddamn thing in your life. Fred is okay, yeah. Do you have any reason to believe Fred isn't okay? Earnest selfie, yes. It's hard to post a selfie as a dude. It always comes off as a cry for help. Women get to post selfies 24 hours a day and nobody bats an eye. It is amazing beer. June and I liked it a lot. She gave it a 3.75. It's not Königsberg 1664. This is just the beer glass.
Fred?
Yes. There. You can see Fred and the beer. It's tastes kind of medicinal to me. The taste reminds me of like Chinese medicine, like is it jujubes? Is that what's in Chinese medicine? Those little red like
The dates?
yeah, the little
Goji?
goji berries. Yeah, that's what I meant. This tastes like goji berries to me, or heavily goji berry notes. Would I cook with it? No, this was too expensive of beer for me to cook with. You just cook with beers like Guinness or something, right?
You want more pets?
It's not an amber lager. It's a wild fermented sour from, I think, Good Nature Brewery called Bruce.
Oh, he turned into a loaf. You turned into a loaf?
Lafrague tastes like jujubes. Yeah, I like scotches a lot because there's a huge variety in tastes. I usually go for the peated ones. Yeah, jujubes are the little red date things. It says. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's these or like the goji. I don't know. It tastes like something shriveled and small and red. It was
Moldy cranberries.
Yeah, it was basically like June said, moldy cranberries. Jenny, it was $8 since you keep asking, but that's probably overpriced. This place I went to, so they're very good. They have a great selection, so I don't want to shit talk them. But like, I went with a friend, and she was getting a beer, and the same beer that was $16 there was $8 at Trader Joe's. So
Damn,
overpriced.
girl.
Yeah, that was the Grim. She got the pink Grim. I'm not in the food business, and I'm not a chef. That's why I wouldn't go on Chopped. Somebody asked before, because even though I've picked up a decent amount of food knowledge from both living with June and my personal experience and interest in food, and I cook stuff that I believe tastes good, and people that I cook for, like June or close friends, often taste good. I don't have the sort of food knowledge that would allow me to react in the moment with various skills and various ingredients, to the artistic degree
Attacking me? What is this?
that
Dude?
Chopped would require. So
What is this?
no, the short answer is I'm not a professional chef, and I have no intention to become one.
Can I have my glove, please?
I am not a trust fundee. My parents are the most middle class.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Ow! Let go of my...
Oh, you're getting attacked. Did you ask for the? What did you ask for?
I need to let him let go of this. Okay, thank you. I didn't want to do that to you.
What did you want, June?
Nothing.
I thought you asked for something. I'm sorry. Oh, you were talking to Fred.
Yeah?
No, my parents are extremely middle class. I do not come from a rich background. Yes, Fred is being very cute back there. I travel for pleasure, not for... Well, I have traveled for work, but the fancy flights you see on my IG are not for work. I travel for food, mainly, and then I like to get there in style. You're right. Middle class doesn't exist anymore, Michelle Diane Miller.
What is middle class?
Yes, I come from the last middle class family in America.
Are we middle class?
I don't know, man.
What, okay,
Late
let me ask you
capitalism.
guys. I truly don't know. I feel like I grew up with working parents who were pretty low income as far as things went, but we weren't like ever destitute or poor. Like I was always food secure. Would you consider me middle class right now? Because I truly have no idea what class I am. I guess I could be middle class, lower middle class maybe? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm blue collar working class anymore. Like I'm not making minimum wage.
You were in your restaurants.
Yeah, when I was in restaurants making 10 to 13 an hour with no health benefits, I feel like that was probably working class, right? Interesting. Middle class for the suburbs, but not NYC. So it is totally dependent on where I am on that income scale. Very regionally decided income
What's your
scale.
lifestyle? What kind of a question is that, Michael?
You
What
know
is
my
it?
lifestyle,
Yeah, you're
Michael.
looking at her
This
lifestyle.
is my lifestyle,
What
baby.
June streams her lifestyle every day.
If you see my lifestyle on my Instagram, you see my lifestyle here, you see my house. You're literally in my
Yeah.
house right now.
Well,
This is my lifestyle.
what
I
other
have an IKEA
information do you want?
garbage can. I have a wash basin underneath my 2 plastic chairs that we rescued from Aaron's previous office that they were all throwing out. I have my fucking jeans hanging. I'm hanging my jeans by my pans because I hand wash my own clothes sometimes. That's my lifestyle.
That's not because June can't afford a dryer. It's because she.
I don't want to dry a pair of pants because I think it's more environmentally friendly to not use a dryer.
That's not June pretending to be poor. It's June refusing to use a dryer.
Low income line is 82K. I'm below that.
In San Francisco.
Holy shit! Holy shit! How
you-
expensive is San Fran?
Very.
Oh my god. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I have a good padding of savings because I never really spend money.
June refuses to use it. June doesn't even want to spend money on dryers, like I said. She refuses to spend money on pretty much anything. What's the last thing you bought for yourself that was over $100?
Does my phone count?
Yeah, but that was years ago.
$100.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, guys?
I've literally bought. I can't remember. My shoes were 60.
Have you ever bought anything for yourself over $100?
My laptop, my camera.
Okay. Years ago. Many years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
My knife I bought in 2013, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like lower middle class sounds about right.
Delish buys June's groceries, obviously, for work.
Yeah.
Should we we buy stuff for ourselves, of course. We don't
Right.
entirely live off Delish.
But I make so many recipes that I'm constantly like my fridge doesn't have space for my own personal groceries that aren't Delish related when I'm shooting recipes, which is like I would say 70% of all of my working days are video oriented. When I used to visit my mom before the pandemic, I used to bring laundry to her house, and she has a house, so she has a line where we can dry stuff, and I just go there every week, and I take the previous week's hang dried stuff back. But now that we haven't been visiting her, we actually do need to use the clothes dryer, unfortunately, once a week, because our apartment's so small, we don't have places to like hang stuff. I feel bad about that, but Bye, Fred.
We have enough fridge space.
Yeah.
The main thing we're missing is like storage space.
I would need another apartment. That would be nice. I need not a studio apartment. My mom lives not too far. She's in Queens, but Queens is huge.
All right, June, I'm off.
Goodbye.
Have fun with your.
Do you want the beer?
No, that's yours. Enjoy.
I can't drink.
Make a good show for the folks.
Aaron, are you finance bro?
You can answer that for me, June. You know what the answer is.
I don't think I would be with a finance bro, guys. In any capacity. Yeah, Samantha. I mean, I would do it. I would hang dry stuff everywhere. But I think Aaron would mentally break. He really likes things in an orderly fashion. And me working at home with all the equipment at home is already like brimming. Yep. We barely have any furniture in here, and I'm okay with that. I just like lying on the floor sometimes, honestly. This is the most alcohol I've drunken in a while. Hang dry clothes in China. When Aaron and I were teacher training in Yunnan, I remember once I hand washed my jeans. I hung them out to dry. They were 80% dry, and then the daily rain came in and just washed it all down, and those jeans basically turned so musty and stanky. I was so angry, But the weather in Yunnan was amazing. Would you consider quitting Delish and doing full-time YouTube? No, not right now. I still need healthcare, guys. And I'm not equipped to edit my own videos. I don't have that training. I also just don't know if I have, honestly, enough of a following to actually make a stable living, you know. But yeah, if we had universal healthcare in this country, I would definitely be, I think everybody would be less tied to their jobs, but because we still don't have universal healthcare, it is a lot of concern. Ooh, Emmy, teaching job in Nanning. How do you wash that musty clothes smell? You just have to rewash it and really sun dry it. You gotta let the sun do the work of the traditional air dryer, hot air dryer, and just smoke it out with heat. Would love to come to Canada. Yeah, universal healthcare would be great. Bernie would have been nice. Well, Sam, they're just gonna have to find it on their own, you know? I don't feel like going around publicizing it. Besides, it's kind of nice having you guys here because I feel like, you know, some of you maybe got recommended me on your homepage, but a lot of you were sharp enough to smell me out, and here you are. When the masses find me, maybe this channel would be a completely different space. So I'm completely content with the small community that we have right now. These lives do help. This beer is making me very chill, not gonna lie. Bye, Athena. Hi, Fred. You scratching? You looking for food? You smelling the olive oil? You looking for places to jump? Wow. So much going on in his brain. Yeah, a steal. I would be afraid to have a large following, so many people to potentially offend. I mean, that's the nature of the internet, right? We're always going to offend somebody. You're never safe. And I'm okay with that. I was just talking about how people are very feverishly in the middle of cancel culture right now, and it really doesn't help create dialogue at all. People just really like to beat down on other people and say, you're wrong. You're a violent person doing this very wrong, violent thing. And that's just the internet for you. I'm not cool with cancel culture. I have a trash cat. I'm just gonna let him indulge in the trash. Aaron, you're back. Hasn't been 2 hours, has it? The internet is a scary place, and I think we just have to start being unafraid of it. If we all act like we're afraid of the internet, then the internet will just become more and more powerful. So we have to stand our ground, and we have to understand that not everybody will be perfect all the time. Not everyone will say the perfect thing, the right thing the whole time. And what's important is to have a dialogue about what's actually going on instead of just ruining people's lives, because that's just the oppressed turning into the oppressor, and we really don't need that shit to continue. We don't need more oppressors. We just need more zoomies. That's all we need. Salwa, thank you for watching every night. I wouldn't watch me every night. I gotta be honest with you, I've been doing these so late, I haven't been rereading all of the comments, which I think is a healthy development for me. I don't think it was very healthy for me to sit and watch my entire lives back. So sorry if I miss out on your comments. Know that I do want to answer as many questions and engage as much as possible, but it is humanly impossible for me to sustain rewatching all of these. Yeah, I mean, Sam, I think that, you know, we as a society have come to value punishment as a way to feel like we're making progress and that we're maintaining order. And for sure, some people who are intentionally racist and are doing extreme amounts of damage towards other people probably need to be put into place and pulled back, but I just feel like it's a sliding scale, and it might be a slippery slope of who gets to judge what is too much and what is too bad to tolerate. And I'm not saying we need to tolerate racism, but I'm just saying, like, creating camps and creating division might not solve anything in the long term. It might make us feel better, like we're curbing in the bad in the moment, but I mean, in the long run of things, what have we really done? Where have we really progressed as a human race? We're still doing the same shit, just in a different format. Make food, not war. That's exactly right. I've not eaten a chopped cheese. I've seen my friends eat it, but I don't think I have personally. I think all the bad things come from fear. I think wealth hoarding comes from fear too. Do you have trouble falling asleep? I do. It's an ongoing issue. I have too much time. Sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. Most of the time I have trouble staying asleep because of Fred now, so take your pick. It's sleep deprivation all the way down. Yeah. When is attacking someone productive, and when is attacking someone not productive? And I know, we're trying to move away from productivity as an idea, but I'm just saying, what are we actually achieving when we attack someone? If you think it's going to be for the better, in the grand scheme of things, I guess do it. It's a personal decision.
I'm not going to tell you what not to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I'm just saying I'm tired of seeing it. It's honestly so tiring to see people get canceled. And different people get canceled with different ramifications. Famous people get canceled, but they're still famous and they still have money. And then you cancel like a no-name person and you completely ruin their lives. Okay, fine. What consequence does that have? What impact does that have on society as a whole? Like, I guess my question is, what the hell are we doing here, you know? I love kefir. Kefir is delicious. Love people cook them tasty food. I love it. I love that. Do you think those like Sola joining Babish is a step forward, getting POC more exposure, or not enough help? Fred, I don't know if you can take one example and say whether or not that's enough help or not. I think it's great having POC in more spaces, but I also don't want them to be just... I'm not saying... I think it's great to see Sola on so many different platforms, but at the end of the day, she is one person. I want to see change on a systematic scale, right? We were talking a couple of days ago about how Bone App kind of revamped their whole video team, and now they have all of these guest chefs coming on who are POC, and what that actually means for the corporation as a whole, if they change any of their actual hiring practices, if they're paying people who are not on video better, if they're still being exploitative. Probably all corporations are exploitative. That's literally how they run and make a profit, is by exploitation. So yes, one step forward is one step forward. But it's just one step. Maybe we have to change the way we walk. Maybe we have to change the way we move. Maybe we have to stop taking steps and start flying, because we're about to get flooded. Bye, Angela. And like, yeah, tokenism is a huge thing, especially on Bone App's platform now. I don't think Sola is being tokenized, because Sola's on so many different platforms, and Sola is just so amazing and talented, and everybody loves Sola and enjoys watching her cook, and it's a delight to see her on so many different platforms. And I kind of like that she's not tied to any one brand. I like that she's doing so many different projects across everywhere, because she's free to do her now. She's not conforming to what the brand demands of her. She's able to show off so many different sides of her, and I think that's liberating for a chef, for a creator. Yes, and I would like to see more people doing more of that. So Sola is doing great. She's going in the right direction, and I just want to see more folks to be able to follow in that variety of opportunities that Sola has been partaking in now. It would be nice. All right, guys, I think it's time. People are going to sleep, going to bath. Bye now, Co. I like Mexican food, sure, it's delicious. So, tomorrow, today is 420, guys. Happy 420. For the folks who like 420, enjoy today, especially. And, that's it. I think I'm a little tipsy. I'm starting to slur. Have
have a great night. Thank you so much for joining, and take care of yourselves, and thank you for taking care of me. Appreciate you all. I love Fairy Day. Yes.